back. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about Jupiter transit 2023, which is happening right now, and I know it's quite intense for all the signs, especially Aries. This is very much happening on your top of the head, and you're facing it, especially the Rahu and all so many planets are there. It's the ongoing thing. So we go for the topic of today. So for the Aries ascendant, I'm going through the ascendant right now for Jupiter transit, and it's been done transit, so I think you can see the changes. But for the Aries ascendant, literally most of the ascendants, I just want to announce that after the May 2nd week, that's the when you will see the good changes, and also the beneficial thing about Jupiter's will come in your life. So for the Aries ascendant, this is going to be transit in your own sign in the first house, expecting 7th, 5th, and 9th house, Saturn in the 11th house, and Rahu in the first house, Ketu in the 7th house. So Aries is going to be a very good transit for you. First of all, it will definitely change your self-identity. It's going to be a lot of self-identity issues if you are having self-identity crisis, or you have that who am I, all the questions coming up. Then definitely Jupiter will show you the way, the life path of you. And also Saturn is also in the 11th house, which means very beneficially he is in own sign and own house. So it's definitely a very great placement for Aries ascendant. But you will see the changes, the good changes will be coming up after the May 2nd week. For now, if until this April, for the April end and the first week of the May, it is going to be very intense for you. A lot of changes will be coming up in your life, so take care of that, Aries. And also focus on your self-esteem thing, and also focus on your emotions. There can be impulsive thoughts coming up in your thing, or some adventurous activities. Then please don't try to do it right now. I would never suggest. Try to take time, as I said, after the 2nd week of May, then you can go. I mean, Jupiter will definitely give you that. Jupiter is literally in a very beneficial in a fire sign, so definitely you will be getting that, but you need to slow down, and then it will be happening. So after the 3rd week, nearly the 3rd week of the May will be very much good for you. You will be seeing a lot of improvement in your life, in your work life, in your personal life, literally everything. So this is very good transit for Aries ascendant. So for Aries, then this is going to be major focus on yourself and the public, because 1/7 axis is very strong for you. So if ever you want to establish yourself, or you want to establish your identity towards the public, or this is very good placement for the artist and self-made person, or they I mean self-made person, self-made artist, or this type of people. This is a very good placement for you to this is a very good placement for you to establish yourself towards the public. And also be careful with the ignorance and arrogance. It can happen because Aries is a fire sign, and also Rahu is there, so be careful with that. And also always try to do the occult science, or you have interest in the healing or herbology, occult science, anything that related to your interest, then of course this is a very great time for Aries people to continue. So major theme for the Aries ascendant is focus on yourself and the public. This is for Aries ascendant. So the next is Taurus ascendant. For Taurus ascendant, this transit for Jupiter is transiting in your 12th house, and expecting 6 for 8th house, Saturn in 10th house, Rahu in 12th house, Ketu in the 6th house. So also, as I said, this transit is very good for all the signs. So the major theme about Taurus ascendant people is focus on your financial stability and the spiritual side, or the other side other than this material world. So this is the main focus, because your 6-12 axis is a very strong one. So for Taurus people, if you want to save up, this is a very good time, very, very good time for you to open a bank account to do your savings, or you want to have that emergency account, then this is a very good time. You can slowly do the savings, and Jupiter will definitely will help you. Also be careful with your overspending or spendthrift that can happen. This is a bad side because Rahu also with the Jupiter, so be careful with that. And also, if ever you are trying to find a guru, or you suddenly have that interest, because since it is transiting in the 12th house, you can have that. The one thing I will say is, if there is a guru for you, for Taurus ascendant people, you no need to find them. They eventually, it will happen in your life when the time is right. It will happen. So you no need to find anything in your life. For Taurus ascendant people, obviously this April and also the first 2 weeks of the May going to be very much intense for you, and going to be a lot of spending can be happened. So be careful with that. And after the third week of May, it is going to be very good, and you will start to see the good result of Jupiter. But right now it is very intense. Jupiter also the heaviest planet, so he is coming in, changing the places, can makes you a bit of loss. That sense of loss can happen in your life for Taurus ascendant. So that's why I say, whenever you are focusing on the other side of the wall, be careful, and you can actually start to read the Purana books for Taurus ascendant, Leo ascendant, Aries ascendant, and Scorpio ascendant. These placements, these ascendants, everything that they have the aspect of the 12th house, and also the side of spiritual life will be activated for this signs. So it's a very great time for you to start read Purana books. It will give a lot of information and also gain some knowledge of the other side of the world. Next is Gemini ascendant. So Gemini ascendant, this is transiting in your 11th house, expecting 3rd, 5th, and 7th house. Saturn in the 9th house, and Rahu in the 11th, Ketu in the 5th house. So your major focus on desire and creativity side of yourself, because your 511 axis is a very strong one. So for Gemini ascendant people, this is a very great time to focus on your desire and be very specific. What do you want to do in your life, and what are your desires or your goals in your life? You have to be very specific. You can't be very general about it. This is the very good time for Gemini ascendant to be very particular, and also you can write down and do the motivation board, or goals you want to do, you want to list down, or you want to place it somewhere where you can see it every day, all this thing. And also for the creativity side of for the Gemini people, you will discover a new talent within yourself in this time. So for the this week, and also for the 2 weeks upcoming 2 weeks in May, it is going to be very intense for you. By the end of second week of May, you will see the good results. You will start to see the good results, and also we need to see your where is your Atmakarka, and also what Mahadasha you are going on. So if it is all good, then it's a very great placement, and Saturn is in the 9th house, so it's a great time for you to do self-learning. You can try to buy books and read by yourself. So it can be a bit of hard for you at this time. Saturn will also show you what is the real knowledge and what is fake. So it's a very good placement for Gemini ascendant people to focus on self-learning and gaining knowledge by yourself. Reading is a very good thing to do for Gemini ascendant at this time. And also Jupiter will expand a lot of something that you never know, you will get that knowledge all of a sudden. So it can happen. So this is for the Gemini ascendant. So next one is Cancer ascendant. Cancer ascendant, this transit is going on in your 10th house, expecting 2nd, 4th, and 6th house. Saturn in the 8th house, Rahu in the 10th house, Ketu in the 4th house. So your team for Cancer ascendant people is a focus on career development and family. 410 axis is a very strong placement, and also, as we all know, 10th, it's a natural Saturn's house, and this is the time that when people say work hard and play hard, um, it's that thing can be applied for Cancer ascendant people at this time. You will definitely get the promotion that you want, that you're looking for, but you need to put the effort and work. And also Saturn, the eighth house, Saturn will show you sudden gains and also sudden loss, so be careful with that for Cancer ascendant. So for Cancer ascendant people, be careful with your sudden gains and sudden loss. It can be happen, so you need to be always need to balance that. Saturn also in the eighth house can makes you to have interest naturally in the eighth house matters, occult science, astrology, all this stuff. You will maybe before this you have interest. For example, you are watching my video. After this transit, I mean this ongoing transit, you will probably want to take a astrology class. You want to learn the astrology more deeper. So this can happen for Cancer ascendant people. So learning is definitely there. A very good other world knowledge you will learn. Sudden interest into things that you never thought you have interest. So yeah, eighth house also surprises and shocking things, so both can happen for Cancer ascendant people. But I would say most of the time it's a good thing for Cancer ascendant. This chance is a very good thing. And also focus on family matters. If this Cancer ascendant, you are in relationship or you are married, you have children, it is also a good time. But this 2 weeks will be very much intense for you. So after the second week of May, it will be good thing. Jupiter will show you the way. So that's it for Cancer ascendant. The next one is Leo ascendant. Leo ascendant, it is transiting in the ninth house, aspecting first, second, fifth house, and Saturn in the seventh house, Rahu in the ninth house, Ketu in the third house. So your major focus for Leo people is focus on gaining new knowledge and speech. 3 and 9 axis is very strong, and as we all know, third house is your self effort and also your speech, your courage, your self esteem. Everything is related to the third house. So third house is also will be can show you have sudden interest want to do public speaking. So this can happen for Leo ascendant people. And also there is a gaining new knowledge for Leo ascendant people, and Saturn in the seventh house. So seventh house Saturn is actually will give you very long term marriage. If anyone for Leo ascendant people marriage is happening at this time, this transit, it's going to be very long marriage for lifelong, probably lifelong. But also Saturn in the seventh house will show you the karma you need to clear out with other people's. So also focus on that. And Rahu in the ninth house will show you a lot of tremendous knowledge is coming up to you. It's like sometimes Leo people can have this. This is why I say earlier in the Taurus ascendant that for Leo ascendant, I think I did say it. If I didn't say it, I'm so sorry. But for Leo ascendant, this is a great time for you to start reading Puranas and ancient knowledge. It's a very great time. You will gain a lot of knowledge within yourself and by reading books. So, and the next thing is speech will be very much speech for this time, this week, and also for the next week, for next 2 weeks of May will be very intense. So be careful with your words. It can be harsh, so try to control that. For Leo ascendant people, don't even when you're getting anger, try to calm down and just get a punch back and go and punch that and release your anger. So don't use your words, hurt someone, it will come back to you. So yes, and then be careful with that. Overall, this is a very good placement for Leo ascendant as well. And yeah, for the Virgo ascendant, this transit is going to be happening in your 8th house, aspecting 2nd, 12th, and 4th house. Saturn is in the 6th house, Rahu in the 8th house, Ketu in the 2nd house. So your major focus is focus on the mystical side of knowledge and gaining assets or property, because your second and eighth axis is very strong for Virgo ascendant people. So this is a great time for you to gain assets or property or vehicles. You want to buy something, this is a very great time for you to save up and also apply for the loan. But make sure you do it after this month April. So you can do it by the second week of May. after May 15th, it will be very much good. And also Jupiter will show you a new ways to gain knowledge, or new passive income, new source of income will come into your life for Virgo ascendant. Also Saturn in the 6th house, so don't try to have that competition with the enemies. So because this is not the right time for you to do that. If you have enemies, just ignore them, don't do anything, be neutral, that's it. Just believe in the karma, and what if they done wrong, they will get it back. So as long you are doing your own work, it's this is a time for Virgo ascendant people to have that mind my own business. I do my work and I'm gaining for what I do. That's the type of mindset for Virgo ascendant for in this transit. So that's it for Virgo ascendant. And the next one is Libra ascendant. For Libra ascendant, this transit is happening in the 7th house, which is the own house for Libra, respective 1st, 3rd, and 11th house. Saturn in the 5th house, Rahu in the 7th house, and Ketu in the 1st house. So the major focus for Libra people is a focus on relationship, public view, and how people are viewing you, mass, and also you can also can get a fame at this time. And also self-confidence, you need to work on your self-confidence. If you have trouble with your self-esteem and everything, this is the right time for you to focus on your self-confidence, self-esteem of yourself, because this is 1/7 axis is very strong for you for Libra people. And also it is transiting in your own house Libra, so it's a very strong, especially if you have Atma Karka here, or your planet that you have is, you are going through the Mahadasha of the Libra planet, then definitely it's a very strong for you. And Saturn in the 5th house, so 5th house is mostly all about the creativity and everything. Saturn will actually show the way. 5th house is all about, the only thing about 5th house I would say is restriction in the romance and all the lovely things probably won't really happen, or it will be very less in the relationships. But since Jupiter is transiting in the 7th house, it's going to be there, but at the same time there will be a practicality, not always in the honeymoon phase for Libra people. And also this is about yourself and the other people, so you always need to balance it out. Always, you cannot give 100% to the other person and nothing is for you. It's like always 100 for you, 100 to the other people, cannot 50-50. This is 100 and 100. 100 you give to yourself and 100 you are giving to the public, to the masses, or to the relationship that you are in. So Libra, this is all about relationship and also gaining your self identity in this world and everything. So this is also a good placement for good transit for Libra ascendant. So next one is Scorpio ascendant. This transit is happening in your 6th house, aspecting 12th, 2nd, and 10th house. Saturn in the 4th house, Rahu in the 6th house, Ketu in the 12th house. So definitely for Scorpio ascendant people, this is a major focus on your routine, and also giving up the habits, or you have any type of addictions, all this stuff. It's a very great time for you. And also since Scorpio ascendant people or Scorpio moon, you generally, for people who have Scorpio nakshatras, these people naturally attracted to the occult signs and everything. So definitely at this time you may have that Kundalini awakening might be happening in your life, and also you will gain a new knowledge of occult signs in your life because this 6-12 axis is very strong. And also this is a very good time for Scorpio ascendant people to read Purana books and also get ancient type of knowledge. According to yourself, you can start to read Purana books or mythological stories of your own nakshatras. So it's a time for you to actually learn that. And also for Scorpio ascendant, since it is expecting your 2nd and 10th house, it's a very good time for you to save money. There can be a time for you, especially at this time, April, and also the 1st and 2nd week of the May, can be having spending or can have that unnecessary spending, so be careful with that. And after the 2nd week, after the 10th of May, it is going to be very good for Scorpio ascendant people. And also Jupiter will show you a very good routine may happen in your life. If you are someone who have that addictions or bad routine, or you have insomnias, all the stuff. This is a very good time to go for therapy, to look for the consultation to the doctors. For the Scorpio ascendant people, please go and do it. And also Saturn in the fourth house. Fourth house is literally about family, and it is all, fourth house is not only about the family, it is also yourself, your body. And also because this this body is literally means your home. Your body is your temple, so take care of your body. And also Saturn's directional sense of the 10th house for 10. So also you have this hardworking thought, or this is the right time for Scorpio ascendant people to work really hard, and you will get that gain for sure. So Scorpion ascendant people, this is a great time for you to make a new routine and also gain more knowledge, and also definitely achieve your goals in a career side of your life. It's a very good time. So that's it for Scorpio ascendant. The next one is a Sagittarius ascendant. This transit is happening in the 5th house, aspecting 11th month in 9th house. Saturn in the 3rd house, Rahu in the 5th house, Ketu in the 11th house. So focus on children, or focus on your creativity side, and also self desire. 511 axis is very strong. So Sagittarius people, this is also a very good time for you to do the traveling, but do it after the third or second week, end of the second week of May. Now right now you may feel very intense, you feel very restricted, all this stuff, because Jupiter just transit. So just wait. But it's a great time for Sagittarius people, since it's transiting the 5th house. This is the house that I can say very good one for Sagittarius people. And we also need to see what Mahadasha and Atmakarka you have going on in your chart. But generally this is a very good placement, and also Saturn in the 3rd house. So this is also will shows how much effort you put into your work, that much gain you will get. Saturn is all about hard work and commitment. So whenever you are taking a commitment, you are in partnership, make sure you always do your work properly. You do your work correctly, and the amount of effort that you're putting will definitely get paid off. But you must, Saturn is a must. You must hard work for what you want to gain. But definitely you will gain. The gain is like confirm, it's there. But how much hard work you put, that much gain you will get for Sagittarius people. And also there can be a lot of traveling can happen at this time this transit is happening. And also it's a good transit. You may have this probably you will unexpectedly travel to any temples or something that related to the where you came from, the root, or your ancestors' temple. Without you realize, you will go there. For Sagittarius ascendant, this can happen. Also, this is a very good time to gain new knowledge for Sagittarius. So yeah, this is for Sagittarius. The next one is the Capricorn ascendant, transit in the 4th house, aspect in 10th, 12th, 8th house. Saturn in 2nd house, Rahu in the 4th house, Ketu in the 10th house. So for Capricorn ascendant people, this is major focus on your family and career goals achievement. For 10x is very strong. So obviously this is all about your family and your work life. So this is kind of can be routine, but since Jupiter is going to be in the 4th house, Jupiter will give that family trip or family vacation. This can happen, and also you will have a lot of good times with your family. And if you have anything that you want to achieve, goals achievement in your career, this is a very good time. Be specific what you want to gain, what you want to achieve, and write it down and then work on it. That's how Saturn will actually give you the achievement that you want in your career for Capricorn ascendant. Apart from that, this is also a very good placement for savings, and also if you want to buy a house, or if you want to buy a vehicle, any new assets in your life, then it's a very good time. Make sure you do it after the May 3rd week. It is a very good time for Capricorn ascendant. So overall, that's it. So the next one is Aquarius ascendant, transit in the 3rd house, aspecting 9th, 11th, 7th. Saturn in the 1st house, Rahu in the 3rd house, Ketu in the 9th house. So this is a major focus for Aquarius people. Focus on your self-effort and new knowledge, or travel is definitely in The card for Aquarius, 3-9 axis is very strong. 3 is a speech, 9 is the knowledge. So you will gain knowledge, a new source of knowledge, and also there will be a traveling for sure for Aquarius people, and also placement. If you are living in your birthplace, you may change places, but it's for good. But make sure you do it after April, the first week of May. The second week of May will be good. Jupiter will be definitely giving you, show you the path, and also the Saturn is in the first house, so definitely you have to work on yourself. Saturn will show you what are your weakness and also your strength. Since Saturn is on the head, it will actually makes you very practical and also work. Saturn will show you the reality of this world, that you need to work, you need to really stand up, you need to work on your weakness if you want something in your life. And also Saturn will also show you the strength of how the placement in Saturn in your birth chart, it will definitely show you the strength. So overall, Aquarius, this is a very hard working time for you, for Aquarius, if you want anything. And also Saturn is in the first house, don't think you won't get the fame. You will get, but please be careful, since it can give a very good fame, but also it can defame you. So Aquarius ascendant, this is actually a very great time to publish yourself. If you're artist or musician, anything, it's a very great placement for Aquarius people to establish yourself into the public. So the last one is a Pisces ascendant, transit in the second house, aspecting 8th and 6th house, Saturn in the 12th, Rahu in the second house, Ketu in the 8th house. Focus on financial stability and sudden gain. 2 and 8 axis is very strong. So Pisces ascendant people or Pisces moon, you have Adma Karka Pisces nakshatra here. Definitely this is a very good transit. Jupiter will be in the second house. There can be expenses as well gain, so you need to balance it out. The next thing is also you need to focus on your health, you need to focus on your career, and you need to focus on your vehicles. There can be a repair coming up. So for Pisces ascendant, this is a time for you to repair something. If there is something wrong with the car or in the house, make sure you repair it. And Saturn in the 12th house, 12th house is all about spiritual knowledge, and also you can be a bit of lonely at this time for Pisces people. But regardless of that, Saturn will show you your true friends, and also the people around you. Is it good for you or not? So Saturn will make the new circle. If the circle is good, then you won't see much changes, but if circle is wrong, you will see the changes within. The transformation will be intense for Pisces ascendant. And also focus on your financial stability. This is a great time for you to save up, to if you want to get anything in your life, your assets, vehicles, it's a very great time. Make sure you do it after May 2nd week. It's a great time for Pisces people, and Jupiter will show you the way, your life path. So that's it for entire transit, I guess. So yeah, Jupiter transit. So I have done. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.